Hello Pokemon Go trainers, it's the Seahawks fan with another Go Battle League video. And today we got Araquanid. Araquanid, a bug water type, and is pretty good right now in the meta. They made bug types pretty good with Bug Bite. And maybe Fury Cutter buff. But definitely this I guess got big Pokemon is pretty good. Able to take a Fire Punch quite well from Digsby. Not like Fire Punch is a very strong move, especially from a non-fire type. But we have the double water charge attack move set. Is recommended Bubble Beam, guaranteed attack drops, and Water Pulse. But really the most damage is going up against Psychic or Dog types or Grass types, dealing that super effective fast stack damage. And having a fantastic lead into the Espeon is pretty handy. They're going to have to bring in Cloud's Eye for the rest of the battle. And it's permanently debuffed for the rest of the battle. But we also got Shadow Drifblim and Shadow Drapion. Decent. I did see this team in Shadow Drapion lead in a different video, and now we are just going to be able to clean up. I mean, generally, I also do like showcasing Pokemon with that Pokemon in the lead. And I do feel maybe I would have done better with Shadow Drapion in the lead in this team. Not entirely sure. But I definitely did enjoy Araquanid in the lead. Not bad at all. We're doing resistant damage into the Dusclops. I mean, maybe better to just swap into Shadow Drapion, which, I mean, is just already such a good safe swap. But right now, we went for the debuff to take less damage. We're actually going to bank the energy because they're debuffed. They shouldn't one-shot the Drifblim. Actually, I do respect the damage. I go for a farm down. Can I farm down before the 2-1-1 move? Oh, they're bringing Annihilate. Okay. They're going to shield. They're not silly enough to no shield. They're going to take the KO with Rage Fist. It's fine. We're going to bring in Shadow Drapion. I don't think they'd be on close combat or one-hit KO. Maybe they are. But also I could just bring in Araquanid for this Water Pulse KO. And we have a Shadow Jump in the back. We're going to debuff them. Is this a perma debuff? Oh, wait. No, they can swap. But the Bug Bite damage, neutral, doing decent. We do get to another Bubble Beam. We're in an okay spot, able to get them under half health. Dusclops comes in, and they do reach a last second move. Is that going to be the win condition? Ice Punch. I don't think I would have KO'd with the crunch. Maybe I could have, but definitely. I think I definitely could have won if they did not get to that last second move. Now we have a terrible lead into the Dene that is. I mean, Electric type definitely. Probably the biggest reason why not to run Araquanid. Ooh, we're met with Mudslapper. I mean, it's definitely smart to have a Mudslapper with Araquanid, but we're going up against someone with an Electric type and Mudslapper. Do I respect the potential full send of Rock Slide? I do not respect it. Are they going to double down on the full send? Let's go. Get wrecked. And perfect PvP IVs. Maximum bulk allows us to get that KO. Do we have what it takes to Bug Bite down? The Dene is going to be loss. Should be loss for us, but let's see what happens. Oh, they get the debuff, the buffs quite fast. Is there any way I can make a catch? Have a better matchup. Well, let's learn the damage. I did get one debuff on them. They should be in range of Bubble Beam, but is there just any hope? Let's see what is in the back. It is a Zumil. Can I perfectly time a catch of the move, or do I just not have the firepower? We failed to catch, so yeah, that's a loss. Play rough with ease, takes his KO. Definitely makes it a good core of a team. I'm in Azumarill and Shadowmere, pretty nice Pokemon to pair together. Now we got Typhlosion. We got resist to fast move damage. So let's get the debuff going. And with that debuff, I don't mind taking some damage. Like I said, I don't mind taking some damage. It is what it is. We're going to take a shield advantage. Trust our Shadow Drifloon for the end game with Shadow Drapion. Shield a piece now, but we can absolutely do some crazy damage. We got the Icy Wind and Kaboom! Huge damage. They do get to a parting Aerial Ace, but only Aerial Ace. And we're able to see a Regidrago in the back and get the debuff going. This is a pretty good endgame into my team. Especially without the Araquanid. We go for the Crunch. Able to get some nice damage. And I'm not sure what the counts are. And I'm thinking just whatever chip damage I can get. I actually think I could have gone for the next Crunch, but thankfully Drifloon has the HP for that Astonish Farm Down. Close battles. Definitely let me know what teams you've been using, if you've ever used Araquanid. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Saxon won a regional with this bug on his team. Definitely made it very far. I think he did. Well, some official Pokemon event. But right now we got the Kaboom! The Hydro Pump from Azumarill. Huge damage into the Shadow Drapion. I was very surprised to be hit with the Hydro Pump, but respect. The full send, really cool. I should definitely use a Hydro Pump Azumarill at some point this season. But right now we got a Bubble Beam into Talonflame. Talonflame does have a very strong matchup into Araquanid. And we can't get a good matchup for the rest of the battle. But there is play. Can a 2 shielded Araquanid take down the Talonflame? Can we farm down this Dark Electric type Morpeko? We get the farm down with our shield still. We have Water Pulse. This is why we have Water Pulse for that Kaboom. And we say goodbye to Talonflame. The bug taking down its natural predator. The counter. Biggest counter. We see Gastron after a Talonflame. Probably Clodseye in the back also. Now, thankfully, we're able to get to 2 crunches, take a shield advantage or KO. And I'm almost always going to get the shield advantage. I don't mind it. And we have an amazing counter, but they have a win condition in Water Pulse. I know that's not enough for second Water Pulse, but could definitely scare a lot of people. I don't blame people for shielding the second move. But I know they did not get enough energy. And thankfully, Talonflame threw a move. It's going to allow me to get this Icy Wind on their Swampin, Credilli. I'm like, is there any hope? I feel like it is best to shield the Rock Tomb. I'm debuffed. I can't get rid of the debuff. We go for the Water Pulse. Is there any way we can win with that debuff? Without the debuff, I think they still hang on. But this energy is going to be crucial. Or they're going to bring in Talonflame. And they're going to have a move. I don't think Bubble Beam would have said goodbye. They do end up getting the win. I mean, it's just how it goes. Tough leads, tough matchups. I'm not perfect. I can definitely be a pretty good battler. Get a tough lead, but let's see how do I finagle my way around this. Is it going to be a win that I was able to find? This is going to be a mistake my opponent did. I don't know if it's a positive matchup. I feel like it is a slight edge for Shadow and Sandslash in that matchup. Maybe not, though. But I would gladly take the Drifloon v Toxapex matchup. I respect the damage the first time, which is why I shielded, but the second time I'm like, no. It's a Toxapex, neutral damage, and they get kaboomed. I mean, I get why they threw the move immediately. I think they definitely could have gotten the farm down. Drill one, so puny. And they're going to have Gastron in the back. Oh no. This is going to be kind of awkward. They were able to drag out my Shadow Drifloon, but let's see what I can do for this endgame. If I had Shadow Drifloon for here, yeah. I needed to shield that Earth Power. It is what it is. Mistakes happen. I bring in the wrong Pokemon from time to time. Plenty of battles. Shadow Scissors are so good. It is very annoying. I don't think that's Trailblaze. It is Night Slash. I don't think they got a boost. Battle of the Bugs. Their bug is super weak to the fire. Mine is super weak to electric. I know that's only Acid Spray, thankfully. I'm like, let's get some extra energy. A tad bit of extra energy and bring in Shadow Drapion before they get to a Scald. Did I swap too slow? It is a Scald, so I'm going to overfarm. Because I could actually charge up to back-to-back crunches. But I did get to a second move before they threw the next move. Oh, they got to water, of course, to cover the huge fire weakness. We're going to go for some more chip damage. Can we get one last Poison Sting in? No, we cannot. Actually, should I have not been able to get that move in? Play rough is enough for the KO. And we can shield up the Shadow Drifloon. Night Slash thankfully does not boost. We got one shield remaining. And I actually thought Azumarill was had a tad less HP than they did before they came in for the final battle, but thankfully still not healthy enough to get to 2 moves. Huge. We got a different bug v bug matchup. Got a different steel bug. Still a steel bug. Let's see. This one has super effective Rock Tomb. We know shield. Wait, hang on very nicely. Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. They're going to bring in Dragapult. Unfortunately, they're not on the Ghost move. Astonish. Then this matchup would be so much better. Dragon Tail is putting in the work. We take a shield. Do we take the last shield? Please no shield. They no shielded. Dragapult is putting in the work. I do have a Astonish Ghost type. I'm not sure how much damage I would have been doing. Fortress. I'm scared of Rock Tomb. No, it's Sand Tomb bait. Well played. And kaboom! I get nuked. Oh well. They absolutely destroyed me in the Ghost. In the bug lead matchup. I had 2 ghosts versus the 1 ghost, but the 1 ghost was so ready. No, I only had 1 ghost. But right now we got terrible lead into Town Flame. We're just going to play a Zero Shield scenario. Do they shield? Water pulls into the shield, as expected. I did kind of have hope. Maybe there'll be a chance. Fly is going to take a shield from me, and they're going to have Gastron. I mean, this is a pretty popular pair. I'm thinking Claude in the back. I don't mind letting my Drapion go. What are the chances to, the 2 Gastrons in a row have water pulse? I think game 1 robbed me of 1 to lag. It did. But it's only a WhatsApp and but it would have been nice to take just a tad bit less damage. But at this point, I gotta expect it. They don't have the Clod in the back. They have a different ground type. Shadow Kanto Merak, and it gets kaboomed. And the bug Araquanid can come in and farm them down. And then clean up the Talonflame. And I definitely could have thrown a couple more bug bites. And kept it just the slightest less close, not losing the Araquanid at that point. Beautiful lead into the Greninja. This is the beauty of Araquanid. Now, unfortunately, Charge Bug does get to a move before we get to Bubble Beam. We do misalign the switch clock with both throwing moves. But we're in a good spot to still align the Araquanid into Greninja. I mean, like, with me committing the shields here, I probably should have just swapped into Shadow Drapion, but it is what it is, like, immediately. Maybe left with just a hint of energy. But we're spamming out these moves into the Clod, because potential Stone Edge Clod can definitely be annoying to deal with. And we did damage that Charge Bug quite well. They're going to make a catch, though, of Aqua Tail into the Charger Bug, and unfortunately, they're just not going to be able to out-firepower us. We don't get one-shot by wherever move the Greninja has. If we had a bad IV Pokemon, I think they could win this, but they are actually going to take out the Araquanid, which I didn't realize they were going to. They did take out the Drapion, though, but not enough juice for the Drifblim. Let's go. We got Mudboy. Shadow Quagsire is such a funny, just such a happy looking Pokemon. Gonna go for the Bubble Beam. See how much damage Stone Edge does. Non-stab, but kaboom, huge damage. That is a lot of damage. That's only Night Slash from the Shiny Scizor. Gonna go for a Bubble Beam and maybe a catch with the move later. We did get them just low enough so we can Astonish down before they reach another move, which is huge. Icy Wind is going to take a shield from the Crag. They're going to have Talonflame in the back, and I was able to get to the Icy Wind before their next move. We're going to let the Drifblim go. I don't care if I get KO'd because we got Shadow Drapion and then range. And they just don't have what it takes to take down a shielded Drapion. Let's go. We got Talonflame in the lead. Okay. Gonna just save swap Shadow Drapion. Get met with a Mud Sapper as expected. It is what it is. You can only play what you have in front of you. Play the moves you have in front of you. We're able to take a shield advantage. I'm like, there's probably going to be another ground type. Going to trust the shields for Shadow Drifblim. Put in the work. It is a beast. Definitely real important for this team. We're going to see Talonflame come in. We do get to the Water Pulse in time. And kaboom! Huge damage. That was so needed. Talonflame just good enough to get a shield, but they have Gastrodon. They're in a terrible, terrible spot. They double ground back line with the Talonflame. It has been countered with power, huge, like non-existent damage into the balloon. Time we were watching this video, you could probably see the matchup a lot with Hisui Cup. Those Pokemon should be eligible for Hisui Cup. Maybe I will use them. Maybe they've been banned. Being too good for Hisui Cup, I'm not entirely sure. Stay tuned for the channel. Maybe I'll do some Hisui Cup. Maybe I'll just do Ultra. Probably, Hisui Cup can definitely be fun. I had fun the last time I played it, but right now we got Dusclops 1 HP and a Dream It survived to get a move out. Shadow Punch, I think it would have been enough with KO. Either way, I wanted alignment. so I can have Araquanid into Greninja. I would have loved game to not work properly so I could get that one last move out. And unfortunately, we have Dedenne, and Absolute Core Breaker. You got the attack drop. I should have trusted. Okay, I am going to see how much damage Parabolic Charge does. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Icy Wind is going to not allow me to astonish them down. They're going to have Greninja in the back. Can I farm down and get a move for the Dedenne? Any bit of damage? Any charge attack? Or they're just going to be able to have a move they left with a Parabolic Charge. Well played. It is possible to, it's almost always possible to flip the Nightmare matchups. I've done it many times, shown in plenty of shorts. Other times not. It is much tougher. And you can make all the right moves and it just doesn't pan out. Because your opponent did the right moves to hold on to the win conditions. The high ground. You have the high ground. If you don't throw it away, then that can just mean a win. Not always going to start with the high ground. We see Shadow Typhlosion. We're going to bring in the bug, Araquanid, because they're going to need 2 moves no matter what. And they revealed door number 3, and they got a pretty, I really like this type of team of Fire, Water, Grass. Definitely a good way to build the team for the first time. Even just after many times of playing Go Battle League. Definitely a nice format for a Great and Ultra. Probably better than Great League right now. Not entirely sure. But they have ran out of Pokemon to win the battle. And we get the win with that farm down. Subscribe to the channel for daily Go Battle League videos and other Pokemon Go content. Thanks for watching and goodbye.